What is up, people? It's me, John Avenger, once again. I chose a different location because the lighting is really good here. Uh, this is my next first time views. I'm going to talk about two films in one shot so I can get it over with because these films I was not the biggest fan of. And that was I'm not going to show them either because I got rid of one of them. That's Pet Semetary and Pet Semetary 2. Well, the reasons I didn't really care for these films is because, well, the first one, I thought the first half was really strong. I liked Fred Gwynn. I liked the makeup effects. The film had an atmosphere to it. Had some some decent acting. But to me, the thing that kills that movie for me is the ending. I think the ending just completely destroys the film for me. And the film, the tone is very depressing. Like almost everybody dies in the movie. And this video will contain spoilers for both films, so just bear with me. Anyway, I didn't care for the first one. When the baby dies, that's when the rest of the movie is just depressing. Miko Hughes when he gets hit with the truck. First is the cat, and then it's Miko Hughes, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody else dies. The wife dies because the baby kills him. It's really creepy at the end. It's like child's play. I didn't say that the practical effects don't look, they're not up to snuff, but they're not horrible. It's just the ending. This is the ending. It's a left out of field ending that makes no sense, just like in Cabin in the Woods. You have, let me take a drink first. Hold on. The lighting here is really good. I gotta say, it's a lot better than the basement. Anyway, move it over here. There, that's much better. Anyway, the ending is this: the guy, his baby is possessed, and he takes a hypodermic needle. He sticks it in his neck, which is something that they would never do today. They would never make a movie like this today. Like, the remake is probably going to take another turn because they're not going to have a baby getting hit by a truck or getting a needle in his neck. He puts the needle in the kid's neck. He says, "Oh, it's not fair." He falls. That should have been the end of the movie. No, it doesn't end there. Then this idiot, the lead character, says, "Oh yeah, wait a minute, I should bring my wife back who's dead, take her to the cemetery, bury her, and then she'll be alive again." And then when that happens, they kiss, which is gross because the makeup is all over this woman's face. It was more gross than Hellraiser. Hellraiser to me did not have an ending like this, and it didn't depress me. Anyway, he brings her back. They kiss. She takes a kitchen knife. Fades to black, and then you hear him screaming, and it's over. It's a mean-spirited ending, and I did not care for it. It killed the movie for me, and I don't want to watch it again for a while. I mean, I'm going to keep the first film because it has a commentary that I want to listen to, and I will listen to it sometime, but I'm not going to see the film anytime soon. And the first half of it was good. I liked Edward Furlong in the film. I liked the chubby kid that played Drew. Clancy Brown was creepy as hell in the film. Had good effects. It also had the kid that played Ron in the original Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It was good to see him again. The actors were not the problem with the film. I could say that. It was the writing that just hurt both of these films. So with the second film, I liked that it's different from the first one. It's not a baby getting killed in the road again. In this one, it's a dog. Clancy Brown takes a shotgun, and he's the stepfather to the chubby kid, Drew, and he shoots his dog in cold blood, Zowie. The dog gets buried in the pet cemetery. You know what happens. The dog goes on a rampage. It kills Clancy Brown. That should have been the end of it. But the kids have this stupid idea, what we're going to do with the body? Oh, let's just bury it in the cemetery. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to bring back somebody that was evil when he was alive? It makes no sense to me. And then the second half of the film just killed it for me. There's no downbeat ending. The ending is not downbeat as like the first one. Because, Edward Furlong doesn't die and his dad doesn't die. But it's still a depressing ending. The second half of the film, Zowie attacks a bunch of cats, which I don't like it. Clancy Brown kills a bunch of bunnies, which was mean-spirited, and I hated that scene. There's a scene that he runs over his stepson and his wife on the road, and after that, I was depressed. I could not take it. You know how Pizzal said that he was depressed when he saw the remake of Halloween? That's how I felt when I watched the second movie, because I know it wasn't as good as the first one, but it could have been at least better with the ending, because the ending wasn't as bad as the first one, but it still has a depressing second half. Then they change Edward Furlong's character and they make him into a mama's boy, like he's Norman Bates or freaking Jason Voorhees, that he has a mom complex. It doesn't make any sense. This film, the sequel, first of all, was never needed. No one asked for a Pet Semetary sequel. The first one should have been a standalone film and they should have fixed the ending and it would have been fine. But no, these two films, not a big fan of them. I thought they were going to be better. You know, the tone just took me out of it. I know horror, oh, it's supposed to be horrifying, but it just wasn't. It just didn't do it for me. I think they're lackluster. You know, I prefer the Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness over this. If you know, even Reanimator, that dealt with bringing dead things back to life, and it was more subtle, and it had better effects, and it had a better ending. At least they didn't kill off Jeffrey Combs. That would have been depressing. But here they didn't care for it. So I would just, you know, it's worth one watch. If you want to watch the first two Pet Sematary films, feel free. But they don't have rewatchability for me. Just no. They're like the first duds I've seen this October for my first time views. So, and I will not watch them again next year. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm glad I came back. I got a nice haircut, a nice clean shaven. I'm glad I changed my location. I'll see you guys next time. The next time I'm going to do a different video. It'll be, you know, talking about some of my favorite horror films and underrated horror films that I like. Talk to you guys later. Peace.